This week, some awesome tech that was shown off during the Star Citizen Gamescom's presentation, some big changes coming to Overwatch, and some more other things at Gamescom. That's about it, really. This is your host, Harry, and you're watching RF Download. Chris Roberts from Robotspace Industries has once again showcased another great demo of Star Citizen, particularly with the Alpha 3.0 update. This big update actually showcased the seamless, world transitions from your ship to the other planets and to the moon, and the seamless integration with other players and some all sorts of different features here and there. Well, one of the most biggest features that I've got that actually did caught my attention was its real-time facial animation. Now, this is a collaboration with a technology company called Faceware, and basically with a simple webcam, you can actually do real-time facial animations, which is actually quite cool. Now, I know that facial animations has been done again on various movies and games, but the fact is that this is actually done real time with just a webcam, as long as you have some lights and a good frame rate. It's actually quite impressive. Now, with the debug window, you can see the user's eyes, nose, and mouth being recorded and actually being tracked by the software. And with that, you're able to do some really good animations with, like, depending what your mood is. So whether you're happy or if you're angry, or if you just want to do just try and try out the software. So just moving your jaw as weird as possible. The game actually, the software actually tracks that really well, and to the point where it does seems to be approaching this the uncanny valley of like realism. Even though you actually can do this with a normal webcam, but Robotspace Industries and Faceware actually did a collaboration and now going bringing out a special webcam just for this tech. And not only this particular webcam will do a better job actually, recording your face and tracking your face, but it also can do some really cool features like able to do like some sort of like eye tracking. So if you move your head around, it'll pick up your face and be able to move your field of view along with that. It's almost similar, very similar to this other technology called the Tobii eye tracking, but you don't have to wear a little headset of some kind. It's all just done with a webcam. Now, I know that this special webcam isn't going to be cheap, and to compare to other webcams, they have done some little tricks here and there that's made just for this technology, but you can still use it as a webcam. The webcam itself is going to be a 1080p webcam, because it should do recording at 60 frames, but just be aware that it's going to have a narrow field of view, and does look a little bit flashy, but hey, if it looks flashy, must be good, maybe. Now, as with the actual tech, again, it has been used in various games and movies. Recently, the Faceware tech's been used in Resident Evil 7, Hitman, and some upcoming games such as Star Wars Battlefront 2 and Middle-earth: Shadow of War. Again, there's also a small list of animated movies that actually use particular technology. But this is something that really got me very intrigued, and just seeing the seamless integration within the game. I actually kind of like to see this more in other MMOs where it can do some sort of expressions on the go, and I think with Star Citizen it is probably one of the best games to actually showcase this technology. Now, if you're still interested on pledging into Star Citizen, at the time of the recording, Star Citizen, its crowdfunding campaign, it actually collected over $150 million of pledges. And if you want to try the alpha, then the Alpha 3.0 update is scheduled to release in October. But as history shows, don't be surprised if this gets delayed. Now on to Overwatch, and Overwatch is going to have some big changes on a couple of its heroes, particularly with Mercy and Diva. Mercy's going to be the biggest game changer because her ultimate's going to be changed instead of a group, large zone resurrection. It's actually going to be completely changed over, and she's going to have this new ultimate called Valkyrie. Basically, this ultimate will just buffs us up so she can do more damage. Her health and power beams also going to get a boost in power as well, so she can really, try to keep her team alive. And plus, her beams were able to link to other players, and she'll get to fly around, like legit fly around, as a 20-second ability. As with her resurrection, it's going to be a single target ability, and it's going to have like a set cooldown of 30 seconds. So it's definitely going to be changing like far fights if Mercy's getting involved. So here and there, a lot of people are a little bit skeptical. A lot of people are sort of flaming Blizzard about this changes, but I actually think that there's actually going to be a bit of a buff to Mercy, as Mercy is always being a dedicated healer, and if she's out alone, she is bound to die. She doesn't have a great offense capability. So these changes is definitely going to be, it will definitely change her role as a healer some ways, but she can still get to resurrect other players, which is one of the biggest factors during Overwatch. But for those who want to play her as Battle Mercy, she can be, people just has a chance to to be in the offense and barely get some kills and here and there. Now D.Va's also getting some couple changes as well. That's not as big as Mercy. She's getting a new ability as well, called Micro Missiles, and basically it's like a mini version of Pharah's ultimate, Barrage. So it just pretty much just launches a heap of missiles and just detonates on impact. Now the difference is between the micro missiles and Barrage that D.Va can use her micro missiles while she was using any other ability and on the go, or using her main cannons. As with her other abilities, her defense matrix is going to be cut in half, so it'll still recharge the same rate as before, but she's going to be consuming her defense matrix twice as much. So yeah, you can only use that ability for a half amount of time. This couple of changes as well with her fusion cannons. As you're flying around, she can be able to use her cannons as she is boosting around. So I think for both these heroes, for Mercy and D.Va, they want to try to give her some some form of offensive capability. And and it's basically, it will change the whole meta of all the heroes. And I think these are going to be some nice changes anyway. One last thing with Reinhardt, they added like a mouse look function, so when you use your shield, you can be able to look around and find any threats that will come around to your back. So that's not a bad feature to have, actually. Other stuff from Gamescom, Samsung teased its massive 49-inch what they call it, an ultra wide monitor. This particular aspect ratio is set at 32:9, effectively basically just two 1080p monitors. It's I do have an ultra wide monitor here behind me, but I think that kind of aspect ratio is probably a bit too wide, but I know there are a couple of games that'll use it very, very well. Major Nelson shows off the Xbox One X Scorpio Edition. It's like a limited edition of the Xbox One X, and if you're keen to get that, well, good luck. I heard that pre-orders is already being filled up and for the first batch, and I don't know if they're ever going to do a second batch, so there you go. And also, HTC drops $300 off the Vive headset. So now you can get a brand new HTC Vive for about $999 Australian. So yeah, it's actually pretty good. Makes it a bit more competitive compared to the Oculus Rift offerings, but and yeah, it's good price for getting to VR. Still a bit on the expensive side, a tad, but I have a feeling that there are some new headsets coming out soon. So keep an eye on that if you're interested on those VR headsets. And that's it for the news. Now, couple of things I want to mention. Peter Lee actually opened up their new store in Osborne Park over last Saturday. Some of us volunteers went down and had a look, and I have to be honest, I was pretty stoked about the new store. The new store, yeah, it looks pretty flashy. It looks really modernish compared to the Bentley, Coburn, and Wangara stores. And one of the things they've got as a big thing is their PC gaming zone. So you're able to try out their systems and get a feel for their peripherals, the monitors, and also the chairs, the bellable chairs they have in stock. I actually brought one of those bellable chairs myself. The combat ones, they go on special at the day, which is about $230. Price has gone back up to $300, but for what it is, it's still a pretty decent chair over than my old one. So yeah, I'll have some really comfortable gaming sessions from here on. Just keep that in mind. You can still win one of two of their limited editions Hyper-Beast systems. So you can either go to the shop at the Osborne Park, have a look, and enter from there, and also, or you can do their online entry via their website. I'll have the links down below, but yeah, as with their new Osborne store, Osborne Park store, you should have a look. It's pretty damn good. As with the Hyper-Beast systems, yeah, pretty good gaming system. You know, it comes with a Intel Core i5 7600K, Asus ROG Strix motherboard, and Asus GeForce GTX 1080 Strix card, a 240GB SSD with 32GB of G-Skilled RGB RAM and more RGB stuff, and some SteelSeries peripherals. Pretty good system actually, and there's still over a week left to enter. So look, may as well just enter it, and you know, if you happen to win it, that's great. One quick note: if you do win one of those cases, I suggest getting a hard drive for it, because just having a 240 SSD, you're bound to fill up no time. So that's my advice. Of course, RF Lan 59 is happening on September 30th. Tickets are on sale, so grab them before they sell out, because once we filled up and once that LAN passes, we're not going to have another LAN until April next year. So you don't want to miss out. It's our last event for the year, so get to it before you can. Between now and then, you also have Avalanche Gaming down in Bunbury. They're also having a LAN party on September the 9th. Yep, tickets are also on sale via their website, which is avalanchegaming.org. You can get the tickets for $15 before the event, or if you rock up on the day, it's $20. So it's not a bad LAN party down in Bunbury, and yeah, a few of us RF admins actually come down there and enjoy. So do you see one of us, yeah, you know, talk to us, and yeah, we'll have a good chat and play some games. And that's it for RF Download. Now, again, we do have a Discord server. You can check it out through discord.gg/RFLAN. You can also check out our recent montage that I put up last week. That's our montage for RF Lan 58, and yeah, pretty decent, pretty good. But yeah, we got some more work coming up for RF Lan 59, so things are going to get busy for us once again. But yeah, if you do like this video, like it, dislike it. Dislike or the angry face emoji on Facebook. So there's that. Leave a comment down below if you have any suggestions, or you know, just for the sake of it. And yeah, that's about it. And so until then, you've been watching RF Download, and I'll see you guys again next video. Now, Diva is also getting some few changes as well, and she's also getting a new ability called Micro Machines. Micro Missiles. God dang it.